Straight to the big exclusive news break. One of the country's most diversified conglomerates, the Mahindra Group, is quietly putting in place a succession plan to identify its next rung of leaders. In the coming 5 years, several senior executives and marquee faces of the group will be hanging up their boots, prompting the group to launch a new program to identify and hone its next rung of potential successors. CNBC TV 18's Ronojoy Banerjee brings us this report.
These are VUCA times. Volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. That's the belief within the Mahindra Group as it gears up to identify and train its next rung of leaders. The man tasked with the job to chart the succession plan has introduced a 3-point matrix to pick candidates based on experience, exposure and education. The group has already identified 32 potential successors and have put them on the future leadership program.
We actually have a fairly robust succession planning architecture and process, and clearly the choice of these 32 has come from there. Now there is no guarantee that if somebody comes into the FLP, he will become this leader or that leader, but obviously we have chosen people who we think have the potential to be very, very senior future leaders of the Mahindra Group. That's why it's called the Future Leaders Program. Our approach to leadership and talent development is based on what we call, or what is called, the 3E approach. Experience, which is the kind of assignments that you have, the long-term and the short-term assignments, that's roughly 70% in terms of weightage. Exposure is about mentorship and coaching. That would have a weightage of 20, and education is the formal part.
Currently, the group's retirement age stands at 62, extendable by another 3 years to 65. At present, Mahindra has a 21-member group executive board with representatives from different businesses, with at least 10 in their late 50s and early 60s, including big names like Pawan Goenka, Praveen Shah and Dubey himself. This means that in the coming 4 to 5 years, the company's most well-known faces would be up for retirement.
There are several people who will retire because they will be touching the retirement age, and it's almost 100% certain that those who will come into the group executive board will be less than the retirement age. So I think mathematically you can be pretty sure that the age will be less.
To make for smoother transition, the group does not rule out the possibility of some of the seniors on retirement taking up mentorship role. In fact, recently, a 3-member panel comprising of Pawan Goenka, Rakesh Soni and Rajiv Dubey was set up to mentor the 32 selected candidates under the Future Leadership Program.
We cannot rule out if somebody decides to become a coach after 65. Will he be employed by M&M? We can't rule it out, but there is no such planning that we have at the moment.
With a group as diversified as Mahindra, with businesses ranging from automotive, defense, retail to real estate, it will be no easy task to find the suitable candidates to fill the big boots that would be left behind. In New Delhi, Ronojoy Banerjee.